At this time, I'll hand the mic over to Ronnie Mayhew.
We, the people, are responsible for what happened in November 2010. So I have a couple questions for you. Are we, the people, ready to win? Yeah! Are we, the people, ready to take back the fifth?
My name is Ken Boyd, and I'm from Albemarle County, and I appreciate very much you all taking this beautiful afternoon to come in and listen to what we have to say, because this is a very important election that's coming up, and we all know that. And I'm a bit taken back as I look out over here. I see a sea of blue, a lot of blue blue lapel puzzles. I see blue shirts in the back. But I tell you, in November, we want to see red in this state and in the states all over this country, because we got to take this country back. I only have a couple minutes, so I just want to mention one thing to you. I understand this part of the district. I lived in Martinsville for 5 years. My wife is from there. We met there. I understand that it's a very different situation here. One of the things that I can do is I've got a track record of bringing jobs, dealing with jobs. Everybody's going to talk about jobs, but I can tell you what we did. When State Farm was going to move out of the state, they were going to move to another location. There was several thousand jobs they were going to take out with it. I met with them as a local official. I'm on the Board of Supervisors in Albemarle County. And I'm not going to say that I was the only thing that kept them there, but they kept those jobs in this district, and they didn't go away. There was another company that was going to take their jobs offshore, several hundred jobs. And the reason they were going to take them off was because of taxes. I worked with a liberal group of people, and we actually lowered taxes and kept those people, those jobs in the 5th District. And finally, when Virgil Good and George Allen and John Warner came to me and they said, we need to do some things with regulatory authorities in order to bring several thousand jobs into the 5th District, then I worked with them, and I was able again to take those people who were liberal board members and able to convince them that we needed to do away with some regulatory things and bring those jobs into the county. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a track record that I'm very proud of, and I would like for you to ask for your vote on June the 8th. I'm the only person here who has won in vote-rich and much-needed voted area in the northern part of the district. I have won 3 elections up there. I can bring in the votes from up there. I have a proven record of being able to do that. And if we had been able to do that, then we'd still have Virgil Good as our congressman right down today. But I can bring in the votes from that part of the county, and I hope that you all decide to give me your votes here on June the 8th. And I appreciate very much the opportunity to be here. Thank you.
My question to you is this. With either no legislative experience in working across the aisle, as they say, or the desire to uphold these conservative values, as a freshman representative, how do you plan to work with other representatives who may not share those values in order to pass any meaningful legislation? How would you approach a compromise?
I've not been picked by the insiders in Washington to be their favorite person. And the reason for that is they don't really consider me to be a career politician. They don't consider local politicians to be career politicians. I spent the first half of my life raising my family, which is what I wanted to do. And then another career, which I'm winding down now. I don't think that in the last 10 years that I've been in a position that you would call legislative, because what I've been doing is I've been facing people like you twice a month, every month. We can't run and hide in Washington or Richmond and offices up there. We have meetings, we have town hall meetings twice a month. For 10 years I've been doing that and listening to the public and hearing what they said. Long before there was a Tea Party movement, I got mad. And I looked and saw what was happening to this country, what was happening to the progressives were doing, and I stood up and I ran for office, and I did. And I've been a true citizen legislator ever since. I think that has helped me, because I have been, for 9 of those, well, 10 of them, I'm in my 11th year now, for 10 of those years, I was in the minority. And yet I stopped assaults on personal property rights. I stopped assaults on our Second Amendment right. I even stopped an assault on our Constitution one time, because they were going to vote to not only establish an agency, but to give them some taxing power, and I was the only person in our group to vote against that. One last thing is that we need to send somebody who also knows how to legislate in a majority. We've got a majority this year. We have cut taxes. We've made economic development our top priority, and we're moving forward. So I know how to operate in both ways.
If you become the nominee on June 8th and are elected in November to go to Washington to represent the 5th District, will you vote for money to be sent to foreign countries, or will you have the heart to send more money to Virginia for Medicaid waiver slots to help people in our own backyard?
First of all, being in local government, I very much understand how the buck gets passed. And the federal government will pass mandates, and the state government will pass mandates, and they come down to the local government level, and we haven't got anybody to pass it on to. So we're dealing with the CSA acts, and all the things, because we have to implement. The only person that we can pass that on to would be the citizens of our county and our localities. I've all along said that what we need to do is collect all money locally. I'd love to collect it right here in Danville, the money that comes into here, and then we'll give the state what we need for the things that they need to do, and we'll give the federal government the money for what they need to do up there, which is only national security, interstate commerce, and foreign trades. And that brings me to foreign trades. Another thing that I've been saying all along in this race that we're going through is that I think we ought to take a big portion of the money that the foreign aid that we're giving now, and bring that back here and put that money on our borders, because the kind of foreign aid we need is to secure our borders. So let's take all that money that we're spending on that, and let's spend it on electronic or real fences and secure our borders. I very much think that we need to take care of our communities locally. Thank you. You can clap for that. I 100% understand the problem that you're talking about there, and it is really concerned for the Medicaid waivers that we be able to take care of for the kids and people in our community, and I certainly would do that before I'd ever give anything to foreign governments. Thank you.